stand by. I'm going to bring on the doctor. Stand by 1.
This is interesting communications. When I say that, you know, anything can happen on shortwave, this seems to be some aeronautical comms where someone is actually having difficulty breathing. And it's very dramatic type communication, and that's what, you know, is interesting about shortwave. Anything can happen. You just have to tune the bands regularly. So we'll try to see if we can hear more of the comms. Just before I started the cam, it says that they were asking for a respirator, and that the person had breathing problems, and now she's gone to ask a doctor apparently. I don't know what type of comms this is, 13342. If it's aero comms or military comms, I'm not really sure. So let's check out what we're going to hear in this very unusual communications. Hopefully it's not going to be too long before they...
Secretary 224, please stand by for the meddling physician. Continue to stand by, please.
So they are asking the station to stand by. This is why I tune the bands all the time. You know, I don't stick, unless I want to listen to a program, but usually I don't stick to a frequency or frequency range. I go everywhere in the band, because that's how you find the unusual signals like I'm just found here. And by going through the band, you know, I scan from about 30 megahertz down, scan from, you know, it's mid-afternoon, so I scan from like 6 megahertz up, see what I could hear. And now I just was scanning for number stations. There's a lot of them in the 13 megahertz segment, and I was actually searching for a number station here and came across this communication here, which is unfolding there. And by the way, what you're hearing are birds. So let's see if there's anything else happening on the frequency here. Really kind of dramatic, and you want to listen to this type of communications. As always, when you scan for these type of communications outside of the international broadcast bands, upper sideband is the #1 rule. Pretty much everything on the radio outside of the amateur and international broadcast bands everything is pretty much upper sideband. 98% of it probably. So you know, I'll switch between AM mode and the international broadcast band, and then go into upper sideband. And of course the amateur bands are split in two. You know, below 10 megahertz is a lower sideband, above 10 is upper sideband. The only exception to the rule is the 5 megahertz segment, where it's upper sideband. So let's hope that communications are coming soon. Apparently some kind of doctor is going to talk. On this very beautiful afternoon here in Montreal, Perry Island DXpedition.
Sorry, P24, I apologize for the wait here. It should just be one more moment for the doctor. Please stand by.
For those that wonder how I tied up the antenna, I just rolled the copper wire to the tip of the telescopic here directly. That's the easiest way actually to put a wire on a radio, and it's not complicated. Of course you can use alligator clips also if you want to, and that is very useful to have. I actually brought some. You can see here my alligator clip, the orange wire here, in case I need it, but actually I haven't used it today. But you got to bring everything that you need in case of emergency here. Really interesting to catch these communications here. Very, very, very unusual.
Sorry, 224, I have you on at the meddling position.
Sorry, 224, this is Dr. Barron at Meddling. Do you copy? Over. Okay, I understand you have a 73-year-old male passenger on board who has some respiratory difficulties and would like to use the Ventolin inhaler that's available on board the flight. That all sounds very reasonable to me. Are there other questions that you have? Over. Excellent. Has oxygen been placed on him? Over.
Very weak plane.
Okay, if the Ventolin does not improve his symptoms, feel free to give oxygen. Otherwise, I'll wish you an uneventful rest of the flight. Over.
All right, 224, if nothing further from Medlink, we'll go ahead and clear the line. We won't make medical arrangements, but let us know if he doesn't improve. Thank you. Thanks, Stockholm.
Thank you.
Incredible, everything that's happening.
224, this is Stockholm Radio. Full patch completed. 224, stand by on the frequency. I'll get it for you, sir. Thank you.
Very unusual communications, as usual, that, you know, can pop up anywhere on shortwave. That's why you got to listen and tune around and not just stay put on regular frequencies all the time.